conversations. It's every day, right? And it's the same thing in here with TranZact in our space, is that those conversations are on the daily, hourly, right? When we're young children, we're told no thousands of more times than we're told yes. And so we have this negative subconscious mind that's just drilled into us. And so we naturally think negative, right? If I tell you, don't think of an elephant, you're going to go to the elephant because of the word don't. So we're naturally drawn to the negative side. And so how do you control that? You can't get negative thoughts out of your head. They're there naturally just because they're ingrained in us, is you have to put positive thoughts into your head. And so the reason I'm on page 67 of Google when you search for Nick Sorensen baseball is because I failed a lot, right? And the reason why I'm, being blessed to, help train on this Zoom on this Saturday in front of, a couple thousand people is because I failed a lot. And so those conversations you have to have on a daily basis, it is not necessarily focused on the bad or the potential the bad that could happen. It's focused on the good that happened, right? And the good that can come next, right? So if you do strike out, you're walking back to the plate. What do you talk about to yourself? You talk about what did I do good and what can I get better, right? And it's a completely different mind shift change to, oh my goodness, I did this wrong and this can happen again. And when you just are able to change that, it's literally change your mind. We have literally thousands of thoughts that go through our mind every single hour, thousands. They did a study, I believe it was Harvard did a study on the percentage of those thoughts that are negative. And it's actually 67% of every single thought that comes through our mind naturally is negative. And we can't say, hey, I want to take that 67% and change it to 65 and just get rid of the negative. Is you have to forcibly put positive thoughts into your brain, right? So we're in a startup right here, right? We have crazy things going on. We have so many different moving parts. We got, something we're trying to do that's completely disruptive. It's technology play. It's different industries that we're bringing together. And there's going to be a lot of things that happen that come on, right? There's going to be a lot of, not only negative things that happen, right? When maybe a website doesn't work or something doesn't work, or you go click on something and you can either say, hey, this is something that could potentially slow my business down, or this is something that can actually help get me to the next step and make me better because of this business. And so I think it really comes down to just your approach and how you look at it, is that literally everything is to the next step. Someone asked me the other day, why is my belief so strong with TranZact? And a lot of it has to do with the fact of what we've done, right? Let's look back 6 months ago and say, hey, here's where we've started. Here's where we've come. In fact, one thing I really want to share, Mike, if we can, before I jump off, is just run through. Two of my team members text me this morning, and they saw some new videos in our funnel system, our TranZact card video on our experience. I just want to go through this really quick, but we can either say, hey, here's what we don't have, or here's what we have, and here's how we can go build our business. So that mindset is everything. There's a saying in baseball, it's one of the yogiisms, that baseball is 90% mental, and the other half is mental. My brother is the sports psychologist for the Atlanta Braves. And so he is their, mind doc, their sports doc. And he wrote a book on, I think the name of the book is 90% of the game, which is actually mental. And so it's everything here too. It's all mental. It's how you approach it. It's the positive things you look at it. What our company's done in 6 months is incredible. The things that they've done, the expenses that they have not spared at all whatsoever to bring us the best of the best of the best, is just a small little window into what's coming down the road the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months. Number one, we have something that's really powerful, right? So I've been in this space for 12 years. We've been blessed to have some success. And we've done that every time I've marketed or sold a product. The product had a price it was sold for, and then an equal value, right? If the perceived value of the product that we market or sold was equal, you can have massive success if you believe in it and you find the right target market. It's that simple, right? I had an $80 product. I've had a $140 product. I've had a $100 product. When those equal, it's that. What do we market here? It's a $25 card. Right now, between now and the end of the month, right? At the end of the year, it's $25 for life. So they spend $25 one time. If they only get $25 of value from that, just $25. Find one product in the Z Club, save $25 on one hotel, just one hotel in our travel product, whatever it is. Guess what? That is a very good exchange value, right? You market it, you sell it, they get $25 of value. That is a great transaction. But you and I know, and you and I said yes, whoever's on the Zoom right now, not for $25 in value, but to help them grow that $25 to 50 every month, 100 every month, 250, 1,000, $2,500. And we know that's where we're going. So right now, right, you can go look at anything that we have. You can go look in the Z Club and say, well, I wish there was this. I know I was told that this brand would be there yet, right? And I truly believe they're working on everything. But if you go look in there and say, hey, is there $25 in value in there? And I can tell you the last week, 2 weeks, I've had hundreds of phone conversations of someone that just said, hey, I just got one night at one hotel and it beat my other Marriott price by $50. Someone told me that they saved $600 a San Diego trip. Some of the people have sent me number of purchases in the Z Club where they saved, 25, 30, 40, $50. And so is that a value? 100%. So I start with that to say, hey, it's the philosophy and the approach you take with it when you go share with people. There is substantial value right now what we have in the Z Club, and they are working behind the clock right now to bring more and more value every single day, every single week, every single month. So number one, get your mind right and go share people. Number two, I'm going to share my screen if it lets me, Mike, real quick. I got this message like an hour before, so I wanted to kind of pivot on this. Now, take advantage of these because they're awesome, they're powerful, the videos are very incredible. And so this is one of those things that was a really belief builder for me, is that it's really easy for any company to take the easy way out and to deliver a tool. Okay. There's lots of tools in our industry that are just a tool. It's something that you can do, but they're not like the next best thing. They partner up with Xfluence and Jeff Swaim and his team, and they've literally brought you things that don't look like they come from our space, like they're phenomenal, they're top notch. And so I highly recommend every single one of you go to TranZact card video today. The instructions how to do this are in the back office. I'm not going to go through that. We want to be quick, but you click get started, you go to this next page, and it gives you a bunch of options on what you can do. Okay. So number one, many of you have seen this double your buying power. Okay. If you click on double your buying power, they changed a couple things up. You now can have it specifically for a DBO, or if you click right here, it's going to be just for a TCM. What do we have right now? A TCM promotion. Okay. So just click on the TCM, and that double your buying power is going to be specifically designed for just you getting a TCM. So that's one of the new tools, or a tweak on that tool. This TCM right here is just TCMs. You click on it, it says you work hard. And so this was sent to me, and I just started diving into this and started looking at all things that's really cool. So come in, watch all these yourself. Frugal Franny, right, is someone that's a little bit more designed psychologically, personality for someone who's a little bit more conservative. Millennial Mike, more towards the younger generation. Latino Lorena, it's definitely awesome. In fact, I'm probably going to use that probably half the time. Just got a little Latina accent. It's awesome. She does a really great job. And they do have subtitles, Spanish subtitles on that. So on that TCM video, go watch all three of those and say, okay, great. And then make a list on every single person that you would send for each of these three people right now. Make that list right now and then get those videos out. Also, get these videos out to every single personal that you've personally sponsored. If you have a personal in this company, send it to them so they know. Have them watch all of these, right? And then I'm going to share one here real quick. I think this one is absolutely top notch. There was over $900 billion done in business last year for Christmas. Okay. Of that $900 billion, you guys have heard us say that, over a third of that was just in gift cards. The average gift card price, right, is between $20 and $25. How much is it to become a TCM? $25 for life. So that means a third of all Christmas last year, just in the gift card section, was done in that $20 to $25 range. So what I would personally do is I would call every single person I know that's close to me, family member, grandma, uncle. Hey, how many presents do you have to buy? Hey, I have the perfect $20 to $25 gift that you can actually bring them on and get them. And share these. Like I promise you, my grandma's going to buy 30 of these things for all the grandkids. Why? Because it's easy for her, and because it's not just a 1-to-1 ratio on value. This is a gift that will keep giving year after year, month after month, right? It's a little bit better than the Jelly of the Month Club. The Jelly of the Month Club was only 12 months, right, from Christmas vacation. This is going to be for life, right? And one time, $25. I'm glad that Mike laughed. So, but the one that I really love this video, it's awesome. They're all really phenomenal. But this is for right now, this month. I'm going to go send this video out to as many people as I possibly can, everyone on my team that I personally brought in, but also anybody that potentially could go buy a $25 gift card for one person, for 5 people, for 10 people, for 100 people. You click on that, you come fill it out, right? Go through the instructions, but I need to send it to Larry. Larry's not really motivated. He doesn't get a lot done. So I'm trying to kind of push the envelope with him a little bit. Put the information there. Then that you fill out your phone, your email, and then the bottom one is your website. So whatever your unique website is, click on that there. And then I click the create link button. And then, yes, you can directly send all these, but I like to just click the copy button. Copy that and then go paste it into your browser. I'm going to play this. It's 1 minute and 45 seconds. It is phenomenal. It is literally, so it's just a tell for Larry's Rewards.
Once upon a time, in a world of big bad banks and high fees, dreams felt distant. Corporations grew richer while costs soared and making ends meet got harder for almost everyone. But now, banking changes forever. Introducing TranZact card, the blessing of an ordinary bank card, but with an extraordinary 100% rewards match. Now, everyone can double their buying power by simply spending and shopping just like they already do. Groceries, gas, phone bills, car payments, really everything. You see, for every dollar you spend, you earn a matching Z-Buck. Then you can use Z-Bucks to unlock incredible savings, 20, 30, 40, even 50% or more off a myriad of everyday brand name items, including travel, in the members-only Z Club. There are even magnificent flash sales where your cash is no good. Best of all, the game-changing TranZact card can be yours for just $25 a year, and you will earn 500 Z-Bucks on your very first swipe. Imagine finally getting the rewards and financial boost you deserve. 100% matching rewards on anything, anywhere, and anytime you use your TranZact card. Finally, happily ever after is not a fairy tale.
So get out, share that with your team, go get the new videos to them and get that out to as many people as possible. People are literally looking to spend money, right? This is in the next 2-3 weeks, they're looking to buy gifts. Get that video to as many people as possible. You will get customers that will buy 5 of them, buy 10 of them to give out and hand out as gifts, right? We'll work through the logistics. I know that I don't have a 1, 2, 3 on how to do that. We'll definitely work through that. We'll figure that out. But I assure you, you create the activity, successful follow. You'll get some no's like we talked about earlier, right? You're going to get some people say, no, it's okay. Don't focus on those. Focus on the people that are looking for a reason to go get something and a simple way to spend their money and a way to bring lots of value to someone they want to give a gift to, and you'll have massive success.
That is awesome, Nick. Thank
we definitely become the equal of our 5 closest friends. And Nick has become a very fast friend of mine. And listening to him, I just admire him so much. And, you know, the one other thing that I've probably learned more over the last 25 years of being in relationship marketing is don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just don't. I think that's can be such an evil thing. And as Nick talked about mindset, you know, can certainly hurt your mindset if you're comparing yourself to somebody else's success. I think you just have to be your own best self. Make sure that you're writing down those goals, talking to one person every day. Guys, we have such incredible tools that are going to help you be the best you that you can be and to go out there and just do great things with your TranZact card business. Now, I'm just going to take a few minutes and train you on what I have been trained on, the 3 C's of inviting. Over the years, I've been really fortunate to be trained by the best of the best. When I very first started in relationship marketing, many of you may have had the same experience. The person who brought me in quit. And what I'd hoped for is a relationship with somebody, a friend, a sister-in-law of mine that I could go out and build a business with. Unfortunately, just a few short weeks later, she quit. And then the person who brought her in quit, and the person who brought her in quit. And what seemed really sad or heartbreaking at the time ended up being a blessing in disguise, because it really pushed me to say, is this something that I really want to do? And if so, how do I figure out how, you know, what to do and how to do it? And what I learned is just like what Nick said, plugging yourself in, being on these Zooms, being on calls, being at every single thing that you can to help you to learn, to navigate all the craziness of learning a new business. And I started reaching up to somebody to say, can I grab on to somebody that will help me? Because I'm going to show them that I definitely want to be successful. And that led me to some really great leadership. I am super fortunate to call, and many of you have met Steve Campbell. He's one of the best in the business. He and his wife, Malin, have been dear friends of mine for a very long time. The interesting thing about my first experience is that Steve and Malin were not in my, we upline. They were actually sideline leaders, but I attended many of their events, which, like I said, led to some great friendships over the years, and which has led me to here today. So you never know what my friendship with, you know, like I look at, you know, Nick and Larry and Eric and Colette and all these amazing friends that I've made here at TranZact Card, and where that's going to lead you in your future. Like I said, you become the circle of your 5, you become the equal of your five closest friends. And I love rubbing shoulders with amazing people. like Nick Sorensen, who I said like makes me look better. Steve Campbell, top 20 all-time income earners globally. And so when somebody like that calls you and says, hey, take a look at this, I think it's going to be the biggest thing I've ever done, you're definitely going to do that. And I truly do believe every single one of you, all 1,800, almost 2,000 people on here today, that you have definitely caught the tiger by the tail. You've got something in your hands that is going to be, if you will just get in and do the work, that you can definitely have something that is going to change your life forever, your future. And by you simply saying yes can change the future of many other lives as well. That's something really powerful. We don't understand that when we do something, we are also giving somebody else the permission to do the same or encouraging them to do the same. So I think the hardest time that when somebody gets involved and they maybe don't feel like they have somebody coaching them, continue, like I said, reach out to somebody and let them know you want to do the business. Show them. I showed that I wanted to do it by engaging. I was constantly there. And so that showed them that I was going to be active business builder, and that made them want to help me, right? Because I was wanting to help myself. So it really you have to start somewhere. And I just thought, I am floundering. I don't even know what to do. How do I even start? And sadly, it's the start that stops most people. It really is that they just don't know where to go. What's step one? And it is inviting. You have to start to get out there to invite. And somebody will say, oh my gosh, Liz, you're a natural. You're so good. Guys, I wasn't good in the beginning. As you heard Nick say, the only reason that I got good is because I just started doing it a lot. And it's kind of like going to the gym. Yeah, Eric Allen says, I'm stepping out of the gym to get on this training. And I think about that because you have to go to the gym to build those muscles, to get fit, to get healthy. Well, guess what? You got to build your conversation muscles as well. And the only way you're going to get good at building conversation muscle is to start having conversations, to start talking to people. And that's where it all starts. I got to start talking to people. We got to care more about them than we care about us. There's a great quote, Jim Rohn, one of my all-time favorites, is that if you help enough people get what they want, you're always going to get what you want. And I truly believe that. You truly have to care more about the person that you're having the conversation with than what the overall outcome is going to be for you. Because if you can help enough people get what they want, you will ultimately get what you want. So again, it's the start that stops most people, those conversations. How do I start having a conversation with somebody? So the 3 C's of inviting are quite simple. And that is probably the thing that I can say will help you be the most successful, is to keep every single thing that you're doing simple. If you complicate anything, it's going to stop the person that you're talking to from wanting to engage or be a part of what you're doing. If you can keep it very, very simple, then they're going to say, I can do what you're doing. Remember, from the moment that you open your mouth and start talking to people, you are teaching them how to do the business. The very moment you start having a discussion, you are showing them how the business is done. So you want to make sure that when you're doing, you've heard it, many of us leaders say, you are not the message, right? You're just the messenger. You are just delivering information. And that's really important. And that's keeping it simple and reminding you it's not about me. It's about the person that I'm having the conversation with. So the 3 C's of inviting are simple. It's creating curiosity. That's all your job is. You want to create curiosity. Then you want to get them to commit them to looking at some information, right? And then the third one is, create curiosity, control yourself. Create curiosity, and then you have to control yourself. And that means I'm not going to deliver the information, right? I am just giving them the letter. I oftentimes use the mailman, but I've used Mr. McFeely and Mr. Rogers, the mailman, just so you have the analogy in your head of him delivering the letter. He doesn't go in and sit down next to Mr. Rogers and open up the letter and read the letter. No, he just delivers the letter and then he's off on his merry way. And that's what you're going to be doing. So create curiosity, control yourself, and then commit. So let's go over those. So creating curiosity, a simple phrase, something easy. You've heard many leaders use taglines. Hey, Sarah, I have come across something truly exciting. I think you're going to find it exciting as well. When do you have 20 minutes that I can show you some information? Is today good or is tomorrow better? Now, I always use giving somebody an option, is today good or tomorrow better? Because if you just say, when do you have time? They're going to go, when do I have time? and they're going to be going through their calendar in their mind, and it's going to be very difficult to tie them down. If you say, is today good or is tomorrow better? They're literally looking at a short window, and they're going to say, okay, today is good or tomorrow is better. And then if they say, well, tomorrow's better. Okay, is morning or evening better for you? You know what? Evening's better for me. Okay, 7 or 9 better for you. And if they don't like those times, they're either going to take one of those or they're going to give you a third. You know what? 9:30 is better for me. My kids will be in bed. 9:30 is going to be good. Great. So you've just got them to commit. So you created the curiosity, you controlled yourself, and you're going to get them to commit. Now I'm going to back up and go over something else, because oftentimes when you say something like that to someone, hey, Sarah, I'm super excited about something. I really think you're going to be excited as well. When do you have 20 minutes to take a look at some information? Is today or just tomorrow better? What's going to be the natural response that they're going to say to you? What is it, right? They're going to say, what is it? That's where the control yourself comes in, because you're naturally going to want to answer questions, or you're going to want to tell them what it is. And honestly, that is where you would either have success or failure. Okay. Success is you control yourself. You do not give them any information. That doesn't mean you can't. What I'm saying is you don't want to, because you don't want to ruin it for them. So what you want to say is, hey, you know what? In the interest of time, this 20-minute video is really going to give you all the information that you need. And if it doesn't, I'm going to get all your questions answered. Okay. After the video, I'm going to get all your questions answered. If they persist, just say, again, I don't want to ruin it for you. There are a lot of things that you can say that make it so you don't have to tell the person the information. Hey, I don't want to ruin it for you. I really want to do a good job getting you the information. This 20-minute video is going to give you the information that you need, and then I'll get all your questions answered. Guys, people are busy. I'm busy, and I can say, hey, we need to leverage our time here. This 20-minute video is really going to condense it all down into a very short period of time, and then I'll get your questions answered. So again, whatever that is they're saying, you've created the curiosity. Now you're controlling yourself. You don't want to word vomit or information vomit, because guys and ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, if you do that, that could mean the success or the failure of your business. Now, you might get a few people that say yes because you did that, but I promise you in their mind, they're going to be going, okay, now what do I do? If you do it like this, you are showing them exactly how to do this business, and it duplicates very, very quickly. Fast is fun. Slow is, it's so annoying. You want your business to move fast, and you want to have fun. And so this is going to make your business move very, very quickly. So again, hey, Sarah, I found something that I'm truly excited about. I think you're going to love it too. When do you have 20 minutes of time? Is today better or tomorrow? Control yourself. What is it, Liz? Hey, you know what? In the interest of time, we're both busy. This 20-minute video is really going to do a great job. And after you watch that, we're going to get your questions answered. Or, hey, you know what? I don't want to ruin it for you. I really want you to be able to see what I saw and get as excited as I saw. And then after that, we'll get your questions answered. And again, now they say yes. So that time frame, tying them down. Okay, so we've agreed to 9:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Hey, Sarah, at 9:30 or just prior to, I'm going to text you, and I'm going to make sure that 9:30 is still a good time for you. Because you know what? Sometimes life happens, things get in the way. But I text Sarah just before 9:30. Sarah says, yes, this is still a good time. I say, fantastic, Sarah. I'm going to send the video right over, and I'm going to call you at 10 o'clock. Because I want Sarah to have enough time to watch that video, and then I'm going to call her, and we're going to get your questions answered. Okay. If Sarah happens to say, oh, there's something came up and I can't watch the video right now, I'm going to say, fantastic, Sarah. Does tomorrow work better for you? Or Thursday? Again, I'm going to go back to my original script. Is tomorrow work better, or is Thursday? Then I'm going to tie them down to a new time. It really, really is that simple. And then you're going to go into a three-way call. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about the anatomy of a three-way call, but I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of great trainings out there, and we can do that as a second segment. But what you're doing is, like I said, creating that curiosity, control yourself, and commit them to taking a look at information. When you do that, get them to watch the video, you are going to have a third party on the phone with you. Remember, I didn't say, I'm going to answer all your questions. I said, I'm going to get your questions answered. Some people say, oh, I hate it when I have to get somebody on a three-way call. I hate it. That makes them feel pounced on. It doesn't, guys. If you do it the right way, it really doesn't. There is strategy in how we do this, because then when I call Sarah back, and I have Steve Campbell on the line with me, or one of my other business partners, if I have Terry Staten, or just another incredible three-way partner buddy, when I call Sarah back, I'm going to say, hey, Sarah, first thing I'm going to say to her is, Sarah, did you have time to watch that video? Yes, I did. Fantastic. I'm sure you're so excited. And you might even have questions. Sarah, I have my business partner, Steve Campbell, on the phone with me, and I'm going to edify Steve. Steve is amazing. He's been in the business for, this many years. He's had great success. And then I say something awesome about Sarah. Steve, this is Sarah. Sarah is an incredible mom, housewife. She's a hard worker. She's an accountant. I say something awesome about Sarah. And then I say, Sarah, this is Steve. Steve, this is Sarah. And then I zip it and I let Steve answer all the questions. And again, it's not because I can't answer the questions. It's because I want Sarah to see every single piece of this, how we start, how we do this business from A to Z. I want her to see how, if she just follows A, B, and C, that she literally can do all of these steps and her business will move very, very quickly. And we can train this and teach this over and over and over again. And I promise you, if you do this, if you will say, oh gosh, I've made some mistakes, it's okay. You can back up and you can go start today. You can start today and make a brand new end, right? You can't go back and fix anything, but you can start today and make a brand new end. You can start today using and implementing these tools and start to have great success in your business. And I promise you, and you can use the videos that we're talking about. Maybe it's not 20 minutes. Maybe it's a 3-minute video. Hey, if I show you this, then can you do this? And I love the if I, then you, because if I can do this for you, will you do this for me? Guys, it works. It is so perfect. I promise you, if you will go back and just start from right here, don't let the start stop you. Start using these incredible little, as Mike calls them, nuggets of gold, to help you to catapult your business forward from today forward, keeping your system, keeping your invites easy. Write that down. All my job is to create curiosity, to control myself, and then commit somebody to taking a look and get some information, and then getting them on a 3-way call to let somebody else answer their questions. Again, it's not because I can't do it. It's because I care more about the person on the other side, at the other end, of them having that vision of, I can do what they're doing. And at the end, when my 3-way partner buddy says, if somebody says, oh, I don't know if I can do what Liz is doing. I don't know if I'm not a good salesman. I don't know. Steve can say, you know what? You may not feel like you can do what I'm doing right now, which Steve's answering all the questions and doing a great job talking about the business, but I bet you can do what Liz is doing right now. And what's Liz doing? Liz isn't doing anything. She's being quiet. So it's keeping that mindset for the individual on the other side of the phones to say, all through that process, I can do what she's doing. I can do what he's doing. And I promise you, if you do that, you are definitely going to see your business transform and catapult forward. And you're going to see great success here at TranZact Card.